The way you eliminate the North Korean nuclear program is to eliminate North Korea. And I'm worried not just about North Korea, I'm worried about Iran, too. Russia, China, Syria, Iran, North Korea. These are regimes that make agreements and lie about them. My view is that Snowden committed treason. He ought to be convicted of that, and then he ought to swing from a tall oak tree. I thought he should have been prosecuted with the death penalty in mind. I do think he committed treason against the United States.
Do you think that President Obama will tell the American people honestly what happened at Benghazi?
Well, you know, we couldn't care less about North Korea, frankly, if constructive, productive dialogue. That's not going to do any good.
But is the loss of one American city, pick one at random, Chicago, is that a tiny threat?
I think the retaliation should not be proportionate. I think it should be decidedly disproportionate.
I continue to favor any steps that lead to the overthrow of the regime, and I think that should be official American policy.
Ultimately, I think our objective should be to overthrow the regime in Tehran. Iran will get nuclear weapons. The only thing at this very, very late date that's going to stop that potentially is the preemptive use of military force. I thought the Israelis should have struck about 3.5 years ago. We can overthrow Kim Jong-un's regime. This is called self-defense. And not only is it not a war crime, it's been customary international law for about 2,000 years. I thought the Musharraf government, military authoritarian rule that it was the most likely kind of government to be able to make the changes we made. The Persian Gulf, the critical oil and natural gas producing region that we fought so many wars to try and protect our economy.
How long, I mean, at what point, though, do you get out? Do you say, look, it's time to go home?
We're still in Germany.
Well, a lot of people think we should have...
We're still in Japan. We've got enormous potential once Britain breaks free from the restrictions and regulations of the European Union. The issue back in the center where it should be of radical Islamic politicized version of Islam and the threat they pose. It's always important to make how generous the United States has been in international humanitarian matters over the years and still is today in the Middle East. The issue is America's strategic interest, which I laid out before, not making Afghanistan a nicer place. That offends some people who think democracy is always the answer. Personally, I would put American interest above that. I'm a defender of American sovereignty. I'm a lot less concerned about everybody else.